Tough brother, that's word to me father. Man, I've been a villain, but I'm really Peter Parker. Been through I got a story like Saga. Even when I'm low, I still like Met Gala.
Hey, what's going on, guys? It's Arsenal versus Bournemouth, and today it's a stretch because we're struggling getting over these games, trying to play on two fronts with a thin squad, right? And that's really all it is. If your squad was more prepared, you could deal with the injuries better, have a title challenge which actually makes sense, and then you won't have to worry about games like this. And how do we know this? Because that's how Liverpool and Man City have done it over the years. And we just have struggled with the strength index versus the injuries that we've had. And so let that be a lesson to the team. It needs to be a big lesson because we've gone through this like 3 years we've had thin squads. Last year the squad wasn't too bad actually. So I'm not going to complain about that because you had the likes of Nelson, Smith-Rowe and Nketiah. So you could kind of deal with one or two things happening. But it's really eroded us on the top line. And so please don't let this happen again. Let this be a lesson for you because there is no catch up. While you're finishing second 3 years in a row, other teams underneath you are getting better and better and better and better. And at some point, you're going to have a new dynasty, new challenges, whether it comes from City again, with a Liverpool. And I'm not really saying Liverpool because for me, they're too aged. The Van Dijks, the Salahs, these guys are coming into their mid-30s now. So they're going to need a whole nucleus of young talent. In the next 2 years, I don't see them really doing anything unless they start to build up from the bottom again. And that's where Arsenal's going to be in their prime. That's where the likes of Odegaard, Havertz, Declan Rice, Saliba, Gabriel, all these guys, Saka, all of these guys are going to be 25, 26-year-old. Timber, the whole lot, Ben White. This is where they're going to be in that age. And that's where your dynasty is. Because, yes, you missed out when you were younger. And it's fair enough, you're young. Yeah, you lack experience. I get it. But going into 25, 26, that's your era. That's the era that you're supposed to dominate. So that's why a lot of people that might be saying, yeah, if Arteta doesn't get this, then sack him. That don't make no sense. He's building a dynasty, and they're very, very young, and they're aging now. So you want to age with that. You want to get some dogs in there, man, like Gyökeres and Nico Williams. You want to get some dogs in there to add to what's already good, so that you can deal with all of the intangibles that are in there. Zumba Mendy coming in as well. All of that just makes sense and strengthens the squad. And but I want to talk about PSG because I didn't do anything for PSG. Now, I shot a lot of footage, guys. Some of the footage will blow you away. And I kind of feel a little bit bad because I didn't post anything, you didn't see it. But I do have to say one thing. Especially in the weeknights, when you have late games like this, and you come in on from work or you're going to the game, and then by the time I get back, it's 11:30 at night, and it takes me 2 hours to do the video. It takes me that long to edit all the video. And I think what happened, and this is for some people who was moaning about the atmosphere. First of all, 90% of the people that are moaning about the atmosphere, you weren't even there in the stadium. So I'm not even taking that as gospel. Like you say what you want to say. Yeah. If you feel like you can do better, then you pay your money and come into the stadium and you cheer on the team. But what I do want to say is the lead up to kickoff was extraordinary. It's like something I've never seen before. I've never, ever, ever been a part of something so incredible. The noise, oh my God, the support everywhere, whether it was on the streets, in the bars, walking down to the stadium and under the bridge, which is where the stairs are. Everything was just electric. Yeah, and yes, I did shoot it all for you. I caught it all on video. Walking around the stadium, every gate in the stadium was just hollering and singing, and I've never seen it before. And I think that it just blew up to such a point that when PSG scored early, the bubble just burst. I felt that resonating throughout the whole stadium. And there was just no way back for it. The energy was just gone, and you just couldn't replace it, because the level of devastation that you were 1-0 down, it was crazy. And there was noise after that. So, like I said, there's a lot of exaggeration about there was a flat atmosphere. But players sometimes have to play to that. They've got to create the atmosphere. And so the players felt a little bit flat. It took us half an hour to get into the game, to get into any kind of flow. And we were way better in the second half, but just that final ball quality missing. You know, we just couldn't get, and that's been the problem all day. This isn't just one game. That's been the problem since the turn of the year. And so it just plays to that rhythm that this team has just fallen short because of the injuries. It just keeps them playing that old rhythm, that this weaknesses which have been coming back and just been biting us in the tail. And unfortunately, that's where it was. So I was mentally and physically exhausted by the time I got home after PSG. I looked at my computer and I just walked straight past my office. Because I've been like, I'm not sitting down there for 2 hours doing editing after what I just went through. Seriously, I just got a drink, got a snack, went straight up to bed, and that was it. I was gone. So that's what happened. So that's why you guys didn't see a video. Today, we don't have a stream, so you guys have just got me. And there's not much to say about this game because the focus is all on PSG. But I will say it's Raya and goal. Team sheets. Been sitting here for a while with you guys. And Ben White's come in. Miles Lewis-Skelly is there, so is Kivior, so Saliba. But we're resting players, so Timber's being rested. And Moreno is being rested as well. So Thomas Partey's back. And so the midfield's going to be what the midfield's going to be. And Trossard's going to be the man up front who's been in really good form lately. And so I expect us to go and win today. It probably most likely be a draw because most of the tough games that we've had have seen that fall off leading up to Champions League games. We've had 13 draws this season, guys. Like a third of our games have been a draw. I can't even remember the last time Arsenal drew 13 games. It's been, and that's kind of, forget everything else, guys. That's where we've lost the league. There is so much points in those 13 games we've drawn. So many points. It's like it's 26 points, guys. And even if you convert half of them, that's 13 points. That's the deficit between us and Liverpool. So it's a really tough one. We've lost more points from a leading position than any team in the league. It's just simply because of the mental struggle of just holding on and hanging on, and with the injuries. And earlier on, it was the red cards, right? But then as the season went on, it was just that. So today, peace, man. I just want to see a nice game. I want to see a clean game, no injuries. I know people are talking about Dembele. He got a knock, and he's doubtful. He'll probably play. But Arsenal's going to become a different animal with Thomas Partey in the team, and we got to go for it. And I've made a case before that we are better away from home than we are at home, simply because we play tighter, more disciplined football. When the fans are there, we let loose, it's hell for leather, and we go for it a lot. But away from home, we're just that much more tidy. So I'm really looking forward to the PSG game. I'll be hosting that one, so you guys will be seeing me on 101. So guys, listen, touch base with you, speak to you at halftime. Yo guys, it's halftime. Arsenal 1, Bournemouth 0, and it's been a really, I don't know, it's pretty much following the pattern for the whole of this season, really, especially the final third thing. And that's really all it is with Arsenal, just talking about how the lack of quality is happening there in the final third. Today we have seen some good through balls. We've seen some running behind the back line and balls played vertically through the 6-yard line, and it's been a pleasure to see, especially when you've got guys willing like Declan Rice and Trossard to get on the end of them, and we've really been missing that a lot. But it's just the sheer lack of not hitting the target. Martinelli, a couple of chances, just putting it wide. Declan Rice been really unlucky, missed on the left, which was a clear chance, lovely put through ball. Odegaard's been playing really well today, I have to say. But then the chance comes with Declan Rice. You always felt it was Declan that was going to score. Because with Declan, he missed with his left, missed with a header, and then it was just like he just want to get it on that right foot. And then it's a quality through ball. Thomas Partey just showing his class in transition, moving it onto Odegaard, and a nice ball played through for Declan Rice, who goes round the goalkeeper with a good finish. And it's nothing short of what he deserved. Declan's putting a full performance in today. Defensively, he's been a rock. 2 recoveries in the midfield, picking the pockets of Bournemouth midfielders, and then up top, looking like the only player who's really going to score for Arsenal. Do you really want to play him like this for the whole 90 minutes? I know the other game's on Wednesday, but at some point you're going to think to yourself you're going to have to rest a couple of players. David Raya nearly getting his pocket picked again near the end of the half. That would have been 2 weeks in a row. To be honest with you, I've been calling it out for the last few months, how far Raya is on his line. And I think the memo's gone out now to teams that it's worth a lob, it's worth a try. It's a shame because Bournemouth before that had a clear-cut chance. Ball comes crossed in, Semedo's on the bench, so it wasn't him. Ball gets crossed in, and a clear header, and it goes over the bar. There's 4 chances Bournemouth has had, but they've not even hit a shot on target yet in the entire first half. And to be honest with you, Arsenal probably should be 2-1 down because of those 2 instances that I mentioned. It's just a such sloppy game, guys, but really good to see some quality in the middle, especially with Thomas Partey and Declan Rice. And Odegaard really on it today. So let's see what happens. Hopefully another goal goes in and then we can start to put some of them guys on the bench. I can't see you playing them guys for 90 minutes now when the PSG is coming up away. So I'll speak to you guys at full time. So there you have it, guys. A loss, and it's a result of everything that Arsenal is sort of really struggling with. You saw it on display today. Just a lack of energy. I thought the team were quite tired today, to be honest with you. A lot of players look leggy. I was saying Ben White, after an hour, he had no legs. He was getting ripped to pieces on that left-hand side, and I kind of felt sorry for him because there was no other options. I mean, Tierney, Zinchenko, they came on with about 7 minutes to go, but by that time the damage is already done. We got completely outworked and outplayed in the second half. The lack of options has hurt the team throughout this season. Lack of squad depth has not given them anything. You're playing these guys until they're dropping dead because you're not trusting in the poor second-rate options that you've got on the bench. And 2 goals from set pieces we let in, which is very uncharacteristic. The first one, we weren't picking up anybody. The second goal was scrappy and should have been cleared. And it's just poor and it's not good enough, guys. And this Bournemouth team, it was the first time Bournemouth have done the double over Arsenal. And there you got it. I mean, second place now is going to look a stretch. You got Liverpool and you got Newcastle in 2 of your last 3 games, and you're expected now to go and get a result out of those 2. I don't know, guys. It's poor. It's not good enough, and I don't know where Arsenal's going to be to the end of this season, to be honest. Yeah, it's not been great. I'm going to leave it there. Speak to you guys later.
We made it this far, so I can't complain. Let's take, let's take a trip.